For 13 years, the official record said Sonny Liston was banned from boxing in state after state because of parole violations and bad behavior. That's the story they tell. It isn't what happened. Somebody made sure you'd never hear the real reason those bans landed. Here's what the records were rewritten to hide. By the late 1950s, Liston was the most feared heavyweight alive. He'd done time. He had a sheet a mile long. That much was public. What wasn't public was who owned his contract behind the scenes. Men tied to organized crime, men who controlled fighters the way a rancher controls cattle. Boxing commissions knew. Reporters suspected. Nobody said it out loud. Liston kept winning, kept climbing, and kept getting locked out of the one thing that mattered, a license to fight for a title in a ring in front of people who could see it happen. The surface story was simple. Liston was a criminal, a parolee, a bad actor unfit for a license. Pennsylvania denied him. Missouri denied him. The excuses stacked up neatly, each one citing conduct, each one avoiding the same word. Then look closer. The commissions that banned him never banned the men managing him, men with the exact same underworld ties, sitting in the exact same rooms. If character was the real issue, the ban stopped at the wrong man. It stopped at the fighter. It never touched the syndicate standing behind him. That's the first crack. Here's the second. Liston's management chain ran straight back to Frankie Carbo, a man federal investigators had already nicknamed the Underworld's Commissioner of Boxing. Carbo didn't hold a license. He didn't need one. He controlled managers who controlled fighters, who controlled who got title shots and who didn't. When commissions banned Liston for undesirable associations, they were technically right. They just never said whose associations, and they never touched the source. Banning the fighter was easier than indicting the men who owned him, but that's not the part they buried. The deeper truth is this: the bans weren't punishment. They were leverage. Every time a commission blocked Liston's path, it drove his value down and his dependency up, dependency on the very people who could make a ban disappear with one phone call. The public saw a dangerous man getting what he deserved. What was actually happening was a fighter being squeezed by the same operation that was supposedly the reason he couldn't fight. The commissions weren't cleaning up boxing. They were protecting it, protecting the arrangement, not the sport. And who made sure that story never got told straight? Not one villain. A quiet agreement among people with something to lose. Commission officials who took the easy explanation because the hard one implicated men who could hurt their careers. Sports writers who hinted at shadowy connections but never printed the name Carbo next to Liston's ban orders, because doing that meant printing it next to half of boxing's power structure too. The NAACP itself, decades later, would point out that a black heavyweight with mob ties got banned, while the white men running the same operation kept their seats at the table. 13 years. That's how long the excuse held before Liston finally got his license and his title shot. 13 years erased under the word character, when the real word was control. Here's what it changed. Liston became, in the public mind, the villain heavyweight, sullen, menacing, unlikable, a man history still struggles to root for. That reputation was built during the exact years he was being used as a pressure point by people never named in the paperwork. It cost him his prime. It cost him the benefit of the doubt he never got to earn on his own terms in front of the public on a level playing field. It's a version of the same story that repeats across sports whenever a commission needs a face for a problem it doesn't want to name. So the next time you hear that a fighter, a runner, a writer was banned for conduct unbecoming, ask what conduct, whose, and who exactly filed the complaint. Sonny Liston's file is public now. Most of them aren't. And nobody has ever explained how many bans, across how many sports, were never about the man who got punished at all.